Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to 14 Days of Christmas, hosted by MK and Janet. And the photo I'm scrapping today is of my nephew Ricky, and I'm still using 49 and market, other than that one day. But I did throw in well, it was like a half a sheet of plaid, maybe not quite half a sheet, but that was because of the shirt that Ricky has on, and I couldn't resist. So, yeah, it went on the layout. I I think it's Echo Park is what I think. No, it's Cartabella because of the texture. Yeah, Cartabella. I am going to use some chalk paint. That stuff dries so quick. I mean, seriously, you can see it dry as I'm painting. I could see it dry. I would go to try to spread a little more out so where nothing happened, and I just put it on there. So yeah, it dries really quick, and I in fact, it dries out really quick, so you all know, because I had some bottles of We Are no, it's Memory Makers is what it was called. And I went to use them one time, and every one of them was dried out. It had been a while, but yeah, it dries out quick. And there, where I went horizontally, as soon as I did it, I wasn't sure if I liked it, but I went with it. I added more to the area and just kept going with it. I should have added more to the bottom. I think I would have been happier because looking at the layout now, I think if I'd done some on the bottom and had it more in one place, I would have liked it better. I'm using the radar stencil, and um, Rustic Wilderness is the ink that I use with it. And then with this stencil, I am using Stormy Skies. It's a lot like the blue one that I use. The blue one I use is called Cascade, and the other one, of course, is white. But it's just like it. I mean, you can't tell one place from another on the layout of which one I'm using, other than the fact that, one is the chalk paint and the other one you can tell I used a stencil, or at least I can. I'm using some of the rub-ons, and I am going to my goal on this layout was there's a couple of sheets that I hadn't touched at all, hadn't cut anything off, hadn't rubbed any on from them, and I'm going to use something out of both of those. But the ones I like best are the ones with the fragments that, as Katie Petit calls them, and so I am putting them on there first, and then I remembered my goal. So there's the wreath off of this one, and I had to cut out of the center. And that second little area I rubbed on, I no more started rub, and I thought, oh, I'm not going to see this. My picture is going to be in the way. But, once you rub a rub on, it's there. It's not going to move back to the plastic for you. So, yeah, it's going to get covered up. I am, well, I couldn't resist pulling some more of the fragments out to put on there. And this one is just numbers, but I thought it'd look cool going down the edge of that trim. And then I'm just adding some here and there. And then I remembered I planned on using the washi tape. So I just want fragments of it. And so I'm just tearing pieces. I had used um, half of one on a layout earlier, and that other piece has been hanging there because I didn't want to roll it back onto the roll. I wanted to remember to use it because, there's only 14 days of this, and no telling when I'll do another Christmas one. Well, I'm sure I'll do another Christmas one, but yeah, like at least Christmas in January and so on. But I thought I want to make sure I use that so it don't hang there anymore. Well, I guess I could have rolled it back on, but it's on my layout now. So I'm pretty happy that I got it on there. I want to make a cluster over there to the right. And I wanted to make sure I used the peppermint stripe since I do have some over on the left. And so I got out that little note paper looking thing with the clip. I debated whether covering part of the clip up or not, but then I decided, well, it just looked like it's layered even more so. So I am going to go ahead and layer one on top of the other. I did put foam tape underneath the frame, and I cut that ticket to go on there too. I have that one strip on there, and that's a branding strip. And I thought about putting a couple others. I even held them up there. I thought, no, I don't really like more, with what I already have on here. So I just ended up with the three little things that you see there, including the frame. And I wanted something in the frame. I thought about doing fragments, but that was my first thought because I like that. But I had my gold, so I went ahead and got the little farmhouses. This one actually has a double farmhouse. It fit better in the frame, and I wanted it to kind of go on past the frame a little bit so it looked more nestled in there and not empty anywhere. And I put my frame on, well, I tested it on at an angle to the left. When I put it on, I guess I didn't do the angle so much because I got to looking at it later and it looked a tiny bit angled, just enough to make it look like I didn't put it on straight instead of purposely angling it. So I ended up straightening it just because when I tried to angle it a little bit more, there was stuff that was glued down that was should be tucked under that wasn't. So it will be straighter at the end. But because of the fact that I needed to still hide something, I will add a ticket in a little bit. Oh, my title. I made it in advance of the layout. I thought, I want these one letters, and they have a shadow, and they're diamond press, but they're huge. I have used them before, but it's like for one word, and I didn't think about that. They took up so much space, it was unreal. So they're just put in the packaging with the rest of the alphabet. And I pulled these two out, and both of them are diamond pressed. The top one is called, I think that one was called Outline or something. And then the next one is the Christmas holiday one, and it was this year's. They might actually have some of them left, but they're cute because they're all capital letters, but several of the capital letters, like the B there, you can see there's two different styles of the B, and that way for the first letter in your word, if not all of them have it, but a lot of the first letters are done fancy so that you could go ahead and have the other ones straight. But I am putting my cluster over there on the left-hand side. And while I'm doing all that tucking and everything, I want to mention that down there below, you'll find the links to everybody that are doing the 14 days of Christmas. Not everybody's doing it every day, but there are several. And check them out so you can see what ideas they came up with for Christmas and maybe get a few of your own, because I'm sure you all have loads and loads of Christmas pictures to scrap. My photo is of my nephew, and my sister-in-law the last few years, I know, has taken pictures of the family, like one at a time in front of the tree or maybe sitting on this bench, different things. But anyway, as you can tell, Ricky has an elf hat on, so he is not a Scrooge, but he put a Scrooge face on. Uh, so she has two photos. She has one where he's smiling as usual, and then she has the one that he wanted to do for the humbug because he said, "Bah humbug," and of course I had to use it in the title then. But yeah, I've got some really good ones from this year. This one is from maybe 3 years ago. So, and he's like one of those kids that never has put his hand in front of his face. When you want to take a picture, he just goes with the flow. And he knows that, like, I like to scrapbook, and she loves posting pictures on Facebook. So we both like pictures. I am adding some of that Aleene's glitter snow. And oh my goodness, somehow during all this, I got some on my shirt. Well, I grabbed a wipey really quick and started wiping. And all the white came off on the wipey, but I have got on that shirt glitter I mean, you don't realize how much glitter's in there until that's all that's left on your shirt. But yeah, I have got, instead of it being in the one streak that I had, when I wiped, it ended up like all over the front of my shirt. So yeah, lots and lots of glitter. But that's it. That's my layout. And I'm really having fun on this hop, and there's only one more day left. But if you leave a comment below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. If you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so very much. And thank you all for watching my video today. I really appreciate that too, because I know there's lots of options out there. But have a happy, scrappy week. Have fun checking out all these layouts and videos and see if you get something that you like that you want to try. Bye.